A dark shadow has lurked over this place for many weeks. Women, children and men hide themselves in their homes, with bolted doors and shuttered windows. They hide themselves from the fear that prowls the streets. A night stalker, a delegate of Satan. Call him what you will, but his name of choice? Jack the Ripper. There have been 5, possibly 6 murders this far, all of which point to the Ripper. All of his victims have been streetwalkers, the most recent of which, a woman by the name of Mary Kelly. I myself just saw the crime scene now, and it was as disturbing as the others. Many a fellow officer from Scotland Yard are gravely ill at the mere sight of these horrific scenes. Mary Kelly's skin had been flayed down to the bone. The other victims were left mangled in a similar fashion. The killer also seems to keep tokens of his murders. Like a poacher with his prey, he will take body parts such as the womb or the liver of these misfortunate women.
Evening, detective.
How are you, young master?
I'm worried, detective. Saw that murder earlier. I did.
Mary Kelly's. Tell me all you know.
Tell you if you'd like. For a prize.
Very well. You are.
Is that it? A half crown? This information's worth a little more than that, sir.
Fine.
We're thanking you, officer. Name's George Hutchinson. So here it is. I saw this man come up to this Mary Kelly woman, and he tapped her on the shoulder. He whispered something in her ear, and they both appeared to laugh. Then they walked past me. As they did, the man hid down his head with his big old hat over his eyes. I stooped down, got a good look right of his face. He looked at me real stern. I'd say he was in his mid-30s, about 5'6", and he had these real dark eyes and a slight mustache. Dark hair, very surly looking. He wore a long, dark coat with a turned-up collar. He sprung my nerves a bit, he did. Then they went down Dorset Street, and I didn't see them again. But when I heard about that murder, I just knew it was him.
Is that all?
Yes, officer, I'm afraid that's all I know.
Very well. Thank you, George. Every little bit of information helps with cases like these. A foul stench hangs like a thick smog in these streets. The East End of London is nothing but a vast squalor. The Ripper is like fog, one second there, the next vanished into thin air. He is able to leave no trace of himself behind, and disappear into the deep darkness of the streets he now owns. He knows the city. He's gotten himself a reputation like no other criminal I have ever known. Residents from all over London have grown to fear him, for the terror that he has brought upon them. However, he also captures their interest for the eyes and tongues of the press. The London Gazettes, to name just one twisted paper, has glorified him. They cling to him like a barnacle on the hull of a great ship. He has been transformed into a legend whose name will live on for centuries to come. This man is ill, and although his methods seem to rise out of temper and hate, they also spur from some kind of thrill. It's a fascinating story. Maybe someday I will write a novel of these times and tell how he will surely shape the future of this police force and its country. How the very nature of his crimes are so shocking, mangled bodies strewn all through the streets. It plagues me, knowing he's out there, knowing he moves each day through the very streets of the common people. I fear he will never be caught, his identity forever hidden, his deeds remembered forever. But through all this, what disturbs me the most is the simple fact that he's a man. Not a supernatural being, no demon from hell. He's a man with bones, blood, and a brain. That is why he'll haunt over us forever.